Along with the hype that came with this latest Red Dead Online update, the Naturalist update, Rockstar also revealed information and leaks were dropped about what's going to happen towards the end of 2020, pushing to the very next update. So in this video, we are going to be talking about everything. Before I get into the video, this video is brought to you by NordVPN. And this is a service that encrypts your internet traffic and protects your online identity. This means when you're browsing through a VPN, your traffic is encrypted. No one can see what you do online nor interfere with it in any way. It gives you privacy and it protects you. Personally, I use it to get more shows. Here in the UK, Netflix is decent, but America seems to have so much more variety and better shows suited for me. So I would use a VPN to change my location, and Netflix would then think that I'm actually watching in America, so I get access to the American Netflix. I like to think of NordVPN being like a Red Dead Online travel post. You could be up in a horrible place, for example Colter, where you don't have access to anything, but you can then fast travel all the way to St. Denis to Blackwater in seconds to reap the benefits of those locations. And on top of that, it protects you because now you're away from griefers. So that's the Red Dead Online explanation of what NordVPN does for you. You can now get 68% off NordVPN, only $3.71 per month, plus you get an additional month for free if you use nordvpn.com/joas97 and use code joas97 at checkout. Links to everything will be in the description down below. Getting back into the video, the end of 2020 could be a very good one for Red Dead Online, considering that the beginning of it was completely awful. 7 months without any news, any information, any communication from Rockstar was very painful for a Red Dead Online fan. Since the Naturalist update was announced by Rockstar, we did have that update, but they also hyped up everything else after it. And we can also put little things together to make sense of what they're trying to hype up. So this all started with Rockstar announcing the next 2 updates for Red Dead Online and also GTA Online, both of which are now released. But within here, Rockstar also go on to say that there will be an update towards the end of the year for GTA Online again and also Red Dead. We can assume that this will most likely be Christmas content. It says, later this year, players can expect more big updates for both games, including some exciting new extensions and augmentations to an existing role in Red Dead Online, and the biggest ever update for GTA Online, featuring our latest take on heists in an entirely new location. Very exciting news for a player of both of these games, but we will only be focusing on Red Dead today. So the question came up, if there's going to be changes to a role that's currently in the game, which one's it going to be? Because we're also assuming that this will include the latest role. So we have the option of the bounty hunter, the trader, the collector, the moonshiner, and also the naturalist. Which role could get this update? And players so far are assuming it is only one role, as it doesn't say existing roles as plural. So the first thing that a lot of players have linked to is the Polygon interview back on the 5th of February 2020. In this interview, it is a talk about the latest update, which at that point was the Moonshine update, and also talking about the future of this game. I want to take you all the way down to this paragraph. It does say, in addition, previously introduced roles are still going to get updates and love from the devs. We'll love to keep adding new collections and additional variety to collector gameplay, eventually adding the next step, much in the same way that the Moonshiner is the evolution of the trader. One idea we really want to explore is the idea of posse members each finding a distinctly different part of an item that when brought together forms the collectible you can log in your collection. Ever since we first got these roles with the summer update, Rockstar have always stated that they will go back to these roles at some point to update them. It just seems like with what's happened since then, Rockstar are heavily pushing the collector. So far, the collector's the one that has had the most attention with every other update. Once the Moonshine update came out, Rockstar added more cycles. We believe that this was to prevent us players using the interactable collector map. And with this latest Naturalist update, Rockstar have changed up the cycles again to make the most valuable sets completely random, and they've also added new collection sets being the fossils, which are only available to PlayStation 4 players right now. So far we haven't seen the idea of posse members each finding a distinctly different part of an item that can then be brought together, so players are speculating that this is going to be what the next update is. The next thing that we know is player created photography will be added to the next update. This comes from a newswire that Rockstar released themselves called Photo Challenge, and the basis of this is a community driven competition. Players will take pictures in Red Dead Online either using the camera or the advanced camera and then submit them to Social Club. If these pictures get selected, they can be used as different content within the next update. It does say that chosen photographs will be added to Red Dead Online as camp flags, bar portraits, or photo studio backdrops, free to all players in a future update coming later this year. You must submit your photos before 11:59 PM Eastern Time on September the 7th, 2020 to be eligible. Just to throw my personal opinion in here, this is absolutely amazing from Rockstar. Yes, they've dropped the ball in 2020, but we keep asking for more communication, more stuff that comes from the community. Now you do have a chance to have your photo put as content within the game. I'm really excited to see what gets submitted and what gets selected by Rockstar. So far we've gone over the stuff that has been confirmed. Now this is the point where we go over leaks. Now with leaks, I do want to point out that it's not guaranteed. There's so much that can change. Some of this content that is leaks now might not ever come out. The first one is the property leaks. I have done a video on this already where we go in depth and talk about the properties that could be added to the game. We talk about why this could happen and also why it couldn't happen, and then I throw it over to you guys to make your decision. But as a quick overview, data miners have found 8 snippets of code within the Naturalist update files that reference properties and how much they would cost. Now the price of these properties unfortunately is not money, it is actually gold bars, and this stirred up a lot of uproar within the community because even though early on the prices are pretty decent, it gets to be very expensive. So we have a document McFarlane's Ranch deed 45, so that's the location, and 45 is for how many gold bars it would cost. We then have document Butcher Creek Shack deed 50 gold bars. We then have document Strawberry Hotel Room deed 60 gold bars. We then have document Silent Stead deed 80 gold bars. After that we then have 2, which is document Crop Farm deed and document Crop Farm deed Rustic, both of which are worth 100 gold bars each. Moving on, we have document Ledge Farm deed 125 gold bars, and then this is where it gets absolutely insane, but then we have document Saint Denis deed 600 gold bars. And just to put that into context, 600 gold bars is a lot, and I know some of you guys will already have thousands upon thousands of gold bars, and I believe that this is something that would be aimed towards you guys. But if you've only just started, you've got no gold bars in your account and you need to buy gold bars to get this, it's going to cost you £170, which is a crazy amount of money. Even though it's early on and this is a leak, I hope that if this is something that's coming out, Rockstar have made it so that it has the exact same functionality for each one, but what's different is the cosmetic. I'd hate to see that the Saint Denis property is the only one that can unlock content, whereas the other ones are just there for the sake of owning it, because that is a massive paywall for content. The other leak that has came out, and this has been pushed around a lot because it is also the thing that's closest to us and probably won't be happening with the update that will be coming towards the end of the year, but in fact Halloween, and that is the Halloween content that has been leaked. With the Naturalist update files, content has been found that could link to a Halloween pass. Now I do not want to share these images on screen because Rockstar as well as Take-Two can get a bit iffy with this and end up taking down videos and even taking down channels, so I'll just leave a link in the description down below. But this leak has shown new weapons, new weapon variants, decor for the Moonshine Shack, new customization options for your character, and also new customization options for your horse, being different types of masks. With the latest Outlaw pass that came with the Naturalist update, it was good. It cost 40 gold bars to enter, there was 80 ranks, that got a few players irritated because the previous Outlaw Pass that we had was 100 ranks and that cost 40 gold bars. So you're paying the exact same amount of gold for getting less content and less ranks. But I should point out that the gold that you put into it does come out, so you end up pretty much just getting free items. But from my point of view, the Outlaw Pass that came with the Naturalist update isn't as good as the previous Outlaw Passes that we've had. I just prefer some of the items such as the horse mask that I was able to get from Outlaw Pass 1 and Outlaw Pass 2, which there was nothing within the latest Outlaw Pass. But looking at some of the stuff that's been leaked, the Halloween Pass looks like it could be the best one yet, my favorite one yet. That machete looks absolutely amazing. I'm definitely going to change my moonshine decor to that once it does finally come out, and I'm also going to be pimping out my horse with these new horse masks. The current Outlaw Pass that we're on, Outlaw Pass 3, ends October 19th, and as this has been leaked as a Halloween Pass, I assume that it's going to be dropped straight after. So we could have 3 Outlaw Passes in a row here, which is the first time that that's happened for Red Dead Online. I do also hope with Halloween that we could get a showdown series similar to what we had last year. Last year, even though I'm not a massive PvP fan, the showdown that they released at Halloween was the most played showdown event that I've ever gone through. It was my favorite one. It was called Fear of the Dark. It was survivors versus hunters. Hunters had incredible speed and jumping abilities to help them hunt the survivors, whereas survivors had to avoid and also capture masks which weakened the hunters. It was a great event, and being a hunter, just being able to jump at ridiculous heights, run around extremely fast, was very fun. I would love to see that brought back, or maybe a different showdown series. That's not a leak that has been revealed by anyone, it's just that I would like to see it. But anyway, that is everything that has been revealed so far about the end of 2020 by Rockstar, as well as leaks that have happened within the community that have come from files of the Naturalist update. To wrap everything up, it means that there's quite a lot of content towards the end of the year. We are still going through content in the Naturalist update, and I did delay this video because I didn't want it to take away from what is currently happening. We're still getting different showdown series, we're getting different free roam events, we're getting new items of clothing, we're getting new legendary animals every week. It is very good right now. And it seems like once this update does come towards the end, which the last piece of content is normally the Outlaw Pass, so that's ending on the 19th of October 2020, it looks like straight away we're going to be getting Halloween content, which could be the Halloween Pass. That Halloween Pass could very well last a couple months, and if it does, that will go into next gen consoles unless that gets delayed, and a lot of players are still hoping that there will be a release and an announcement for Red Dead Online being on next gen with a few bonus rewards for you rebuying it again. And if you're not able to get the next gen consoles, it would still also go into the Christmas content that will be coming, which is the end of the year update, and that will hopefully bring in another Outlaw Pass, but it would also change one of the previous roles that are already in the game. The most speculated so far is the Collector. What's been laid out so far, it does look like the end of 2020 for Red Dead Online is 1,000 times better than the beginning of 2020. But anyway guys, that is all the information that we have relating to the next load of content that will be coming to Red Dead Online. If you do want to talk more in depth about this, you can leave a comment in the comment section down below, or you can find me over on Twitch and Discord. Links to both of them are in the description. And don't forget that there is a link to NordVPN, where you can get 68% off, only $3.71 per month, plus you can get an additional month free. Follow that link and use Joas97 at checkout. Thank you NordVPN for sponsoring this video. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.